Well, this morning, health experts are working to open a mass COVID-19 vaccination site in Spokane. Washington Governor Jay Inslee's goal is to vaccinate 45,000 people per day. So this is at 4 mass vaccination clinics across the state. This morning, Joshua Robinson is joining us live with more on the vaccine status right now in both Washington and Idaho. Good morning, Joshua.
Hey, good morning, Jen. Yeah, the plan, at least here in Spokane, is to continue to test people outside in the parking lot while opening up that vaccination site on the inside. And basically, the only thing they're waiting on now before the site can officially open is one more round of vaccinations to make their way into Chaz Health. Of course, we'll keep you updated. If everything goes to plan, what's going to happen is people will be able to start receiving their doses after they make an appointment through Chaz Health, and that could start on Wednesday. And keep your eyes on KREM 2 News. We'll keep you updated if any of that changes. But as we look across the inland Northwest, both Idaho and Washington are kind of falling behind a lot of other states when it comes to getting our doses of the vaccine quickly and efficiently. Now, this morning, we're going to look at some data from the CDC that basically lays out the top 25 states in terms of how vaccines have been distributed. As of Saturday, Washington ranked 14th out of all 50 states, with more than 846,000 doses distributed to the state. Now, that makes a lot of sense because that's about where Washington's population ranks in the country. But it's not just about how many doses we've received. It's about how many of those vaccine doses have been administered to people who need them. So as we shift the data a little bit, we can look at the top 25 states in terms of the percentage of their doses that have been administered to patients. Now, some states are doing very well, like New Mexico. Both of the Dakotas and West Virginia has just over 80% of doses distributed. Washington, though, is 25th out of 50, with only 51% of all of their doses that have actually been given out. So a lot of room for improvement. In Idaho, it's a very different story as we start on the bottom 25 states in terms of the most vaccines overall throughout the state. Now, again, Idaho comes in at 40th out of 50, but again, that makes sense because that's also where Idaho's population ranks around the country. But the percentage of doses that has been handed out in Idaho is also in the bottom 25, ranking 38th in the country with only 45.6% of their overall vaccine doses administered. That is just shy of 86,000 doses that have been handed out in Idaho. That's compared to more than 436,000 doses already administered in Washington. Obviously, I know there's a big population difference between Washington and Idaho, so really the only way that we can look at this fairly is by looking at how doses have been distributed per 100,000 people. If we look at the top 25 states when it comes to that number per 100,000 people, you might notice none of the bars are highlighted, and that's because Washington and Idaho are both in the bottom 25 states. Washington ranks 38th out of all 50 states in terms of vaccine distribution per 100,000 people. That's not great, but Idaho is ranked 48th, better only than Nevada and South Carolina. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to talk more in depth about who is eligible to receive these doses of the vaccine here at the arena, which is set to open this week. Now, if you'd like more information, all you have to do is text the word vaccine to our text line, 509-448-2000. Back to you, Jen.